I am Julie Anna Galang and I'm going to report the garden tools. So first we have hand sprinkler, a tool resembling a pitcher. It is used to water plants and crops. So it means it is the manual irrigation system are very simple for plants. It is also improve water use efficiency and reduce loss through evaporation. And next we have shovel, a tool with a broad flat blade and handle. It is used for digging, lifting, and moving back materials. It is for land preparation and composting. So in digging, to move loose, granular materials like dirt, gravel, and grain from one spot to another. Next, we have digging bar, a long straight metal bar used for breaking up hard soil. So digging bar includes breaking up clay, concrete, frozen ground, and other hard materials, moving or breaking up tree roots and obstacle, and making holes in ground for fence posts. And next, we have digging blade. Digging blade resembles a knife. It is used to loosen up hard soil. Next, we have spudding fork. A long garden fork, usually with 4 prongs, it is used to loosening and turning overhand impact soil. And also, loosen all around perennial so it lifts gently and intact, ready to carry elsewhere to replant or pot. Next, we have rake. A long gardening tool resembles a spudding fork but is lighter and weight. Its prongs are attached to the handle transversely like a broomstick. It is used to gather leaves, hay, grass, and etc. And we can use rake for scooping, scraping, gathering, or leveling materials such as soil, mulch, or leaves. And next we have a hoe, a gardening tool with a long handle and a thin flat blade. It is used for loosening soil, shaping plants, weeding, and building trenches for irrigation. And it is also remove weeds, clear soil, and harvest root crops. And next we have the hole digger, also called an auger. It is used to dig cylindrical holes for planting seedlings of fruits or timber trees and for setting posts. It is the primarily used for digging holes to install posts compared to another tools. And we have pick mattock. Pick mattock is a digging tool with a long handle and a head which is the combination of a pointed metal and transverse blade. Tool storage could be a chest, cabinet, shed, or shelf where tools are organized and stored for a safekeeping. So, diba, without enough tool storage, you will never be able to keep your tools organized. So, tool storage is need. And last, we have hand trowel. Hand trowel is a small garden tool resembling a spade. It is used for transplanting vegetables and removing weeds. And also, it is mixing in fertilizer or other additives and transferring plants to pots.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Reka Mariel Gubalani, and my assigned topics is carpentry and cutting tools. So first is, what are the carpentry tools? First is clamp. Clamp is a brace of clamps used to hold things together while being repaired or constructed. Next is hammer. Hammer consists of a heavy metal head and a handle. It is used to beat a nail into a piece of wood, and it can be also to break things into pieces. Next is tape measure. Tape measure, a flexible ruler made of metal strip that is used to make linear measurements. Next is screwdriver. Screwdriver consists a handle and a shaft that is turned to fasten and remove screws. Next is carpenter square, also called steel square. It consists of 2 straight steels attached to each other to make an L shape. It is used to measure draw straight lines and a perfect 90 degrees angles. Next is saw, a tough blade with a tough edge and attached to a handle. It is used to cut through wood, metal, or stone. Next is chisel. Chisel as a shaped blade for head. It is used to carve wood, stone, or ice. Next is block plane. Block plane has a sharp blade underneath its body. It is used to smooth out a finished wood project. Lastly is crowbar. Crowbar, a metal bar with a curved end resembling a jug thought used to remove nails or open wooden crates. So next is cutting tools. First is slicing knife. A knife between 8 to 12 inches long used to cut fruits, vegetables, and fish when producing organic concoction and extracts. Next is trimming knife. A knife of 2 to 3 inches long used to trim off unwanted parts of produce. It can be also used for peeling and slicing small fruits and vegetables. Next is picking knife, a smaller version of a bolo. It is used to harvest smaller crops without doing much damage to another plant's nearby. Next is bolong, a long, heavy, single-edged knife of Philippine origin used to clear vegetation for agriculture or trailblazing. Next is scythe, designed with a long curved blade attached to a long pole. It is used for reaping crops or weeds. Next is sickle. Sickle designed with a curved blade attached to a short handle. It is used for harvesting grain, crops, or cutting or feeding livestock. Next is, or lastly, pruning shears, a scissors-type gardening tools used for cutting or pruning dead or overgrowth branches or stems.
So here are those examples. First is yung weighing scales. So weighing scales is a measuring tools that we sometimes call it in Bisaya, timbangan. We usually or mostly see it on the stores, mini stores, or a certain business establishments na ginagamit ng mga business owners. So we use it to measure something like fertilizers, crops, animals, at iba pa. At ang yung pinaka-best example nito ay yung analog weighing scales at yung digital weighing scales, which is uso or trend ngayon. And then, another one is the measuring cups. So this is the true picture of a measuring cups, not what we use on the house, the usual cup that we get our rice. So only Asians can relate. So kidding aside, measuring cup is a cup that has a amount as indicated on its handle. So second to the last is the pH meter. So I'm not familiar with this, but according to the book, pH meter is mainly used to measure the acidity or the alkalinity of a soil. And lastly, the calculator. So it is a device used for mathematical calculations, as simple as that. So I think that could be all, and I hope you learn from my topic, which is all about measuring tools and what are those tools I mentioned. So please study further. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Trisha Anhinoo and I will going to continue the report of Miss Hirara, which is the hand and storage tools. We have here the 5 types of a hand tools. First, we have the syringe, a tube with a needle and pump used to extract and inject liquid. The plunger can be linearly pulled and pushed along the inside of a tube, allowing the syringe to take in and expel liquid or gas through the discharge orifice at the front of the tube. It can be used to vaccinate animals when necessary. Next in line is the funnel, a tube or a pipe wide at the top and narrow at the bottom, used for guiding liquid or a powder into a small opening. Funnels are usually made of stainless steel, aluminum, glass, or a plastic. Next, we have the wooden ladle, a long-handled spoon used in making organic concoctions and extracts. It also provides you with a solid tool for scraping things off sides and bottom of your pan. When introduced to high temperatures, metal spoons can get really hot. So next we have the strainer, a kitchen tool used for separating solid from liquids. A strainer may be formed as a spoon-shaped utensils or a basket-shaped strainer from a various materials such as metal, nylon, or cloth. Last in line is the sieve, commonly found in the building constructions and digging sites. These tools allows you to separate the bigger particles from the finer particles. These sieves can be small, handheld tools used by the gardeners or scientists, or a large industrial devices of quarry products like sand and a gravel. Now let's move on to the 6 types of storage tools. First, we have the plastic drum, storage for feeds and molasses. They can be also used to store large quantities in a bulk. But you need to check that your plastic drum is certified as food grade. Next, we have the pail, a cylindrical container with an open top. It is used for carrying liquids or other things. Next is basin, used in mixing soil media, holding water for washing, concoctions, etc. An open, usually circular vessel with a sloping or a curving sides. Now let's go to the plastic bottle. Storage for finished concoctions, typically used to store liquids such as water, soft drinks, motor oil, cooking oil, medicine, shampoo, milk, and ink. Next, we have the plastic container, are made exclusively or partially of plastic. Storage for concoctions and ingredients during production. Last, we have the crate, a slatted wooden case used for transporting or storing goods. For a wooden container to be a crate, all of 6, its sides must be put in a place to result in the rated strength of the container or a boxes.